I'm going to give you guys a warning. What I am about to share with you all, I've never spoke in detail, not even in therapy. This season was the darkest and lowest, painful season of my entire life. Before the passing of my mother, I was very ambitious, outgoing, and free-spirited. I had a lot of dreams and aspirations, but when she died, all of that died as well. I had no desire for life. The devil was constantly in my ears and in my head, suggesting evil for me, like just give up and become a crackhead or a prostitute or a drug addict, or find a guy with money and let him take care of you. I had to fight for my life every single day. Every day I was fighting to live. It was a success if I took a shower and picked up my daughter from daycare and we made it back home safely. Because on some days, they would call me and say, Miss Washington, your mother didn't pick Harmony up today. Are you coming? I would forget to pick my child up from school. This is how far gone I was. There were so many nights where I left the keys to the house inside of the door all night. I would lock my keys in the car all the time. I was always worried about how would I make it out of this. It felt like forever. When my car broke down, I would take rides from strangers very often, sometimes with my child with me, because I hated waiting in the hot sun for the bus. I remember I would leave the house with the oven on 370 degrees. I can recall my daughter one day, she asked me for pizza, so I put the pizza on in the oven. I got a call, and the next minute I know we had to leave the house immediately. 10 minutes into our ride, my baby said, Mommy, pizza. I thought she was talking about the pizza restaurant on the side of us. I said to her, oh, you want pizza? She said, no, pizza at the house. Then it had dawned on me that I had left the oven on again. The way that I flew home, my biggest fear had come upon me. I thank God that the home was safe, but the pizza was burnt. Part 2 of the grieving process and spiritual warfare. Now that I had got rid of the devil, the divorce was finalized. I'm living in this huge 5-bedroom home, my daughter and I. It was the first time I had a safe place to just rest and grieve my mother. I had no idea that the next few years of my life would be pitch black. It felt like a blackout. Everything seemed dark, lonely, and painful. The spirit of fear overtook me, and the voice of him started playing back in my mind on replay, like how he wished death on me. I was constantly paranoid, always looking over my shoulder. I thought people were out to kill me. I didn't feel safe ever. I was so gone in my mind. I was forgetful. I was lost. In 2009, we were in the middle of a recession. One day, I came home to a letter in the door that the home we were living in was going in a foreclosure. So my daughter and I moved around a lot. Carlos, the landlord, who had spoke no English, was an angel, because instead of him allowing us to move out and be in the street, he allowed us to stay in another one of his properties temporarily. He said until someone wants to rent it. Then that day came, and he would move us into another one of his properties, and another, up until I became stable enough on my own. Then we moved into our very own 2-bedroom apartment. My daughter did later share with me how our moving so much affected her. This is when I shared with her the reason why we moved so much, so that she can have understanding and hopefully learn compassion. You may be wondering, well, where was God in the midst of all of this hardship and darkness? And my answer is simple. He was right in it with me. He felt what I felt. His presence was very evident. Here is what he told me. He was my comforter and my grief. He was the one giving me strength to endure. He was the one assigning angels to our home when I left keys in a door all night, when the enemy could have come in and have his way with me. God's divine protection covered us. He was the one who gave me the idea to go back to school to help me get through my grief. I made friends and I felt alive in those moments. He was the one sending customers to me so that I can have income coming in. He sent people to speak life to me. He was my provider in those moments. Those unexpected blessings were Him. He was building me, teaching me about life. I could never become who I am today without those life lessons. I handle life better. I've gained wisdom and endurance on my journey. I've gained faith in God, knowing He has never left me. I learned about traps of the enemy. I would never know that God is alive and living and that He's a miracle worker. I wouldn't know the measures that God is willing to go to get me out of darkness, to bring me into the light, to live for Him, and to tell this story, to encourage other people, to show them that there is hope. Jesus loves His creation so much, and if He did all of this for me, He will surely do the same for any one of you. Thank you so much for listening to my testimony.